and after the freshman year he had, he's a key component for the unbeaten Hurricanes, who have deferred. And Anthony Ratliff Williams and the Tar Heels in their new jerseys on the return. Down he goes just across the 10-yard line. So tough field position as Amari Carter made the tackle.
Today he just has to execute the basic stuff for this offense.
Jordan Brown hit by R.J. McIntosh. Offensive line and linebacker crew for the Hurricanes. Second down and goal for Surratt and Brown, and it's Brown, and he's stacked up. He lost a yard and a half. Chad Thomas was in there first. You don't want points to take the lead?
I want a touchdown to give me hope.
Surratt play action. Under pressure, down he goes. Shaq Quarterman dragged him down. Points were on the board. Replay took him off. And Larry Fedora tries to go for it. It was Shaq Quarterman with the stop.
Good defenses do this, right, Jason?
They do.
They bail you out, and I don't mind the call, to be perfectly honest with you. You get a shot at it, though. You had a shot at getting a touchdown. I think that was, in the end, no more deflating than getting 3.
Oh, the official got in the way as Travis Homer gets free and turns it upfield into Carolina territory. It's a gain of 35 and a pick play from the official.
There's a lot, and also Braxton Berrios. And so it's the one-on-one with Homer as a running back and also Christopher Herndon on that tight end position that are going to be difficult matchups. And that's a great look at it right there. Homer one-on-one with the nickel back, and if Homer wins, there isn't a lot of help in the middle of the field.
Surratt on the roll, a little too hot to handle. Chris, any thoughts of a field goal on that last drive that Carolina had? And a flag has come in as well, so we'll check that.
Personal foul, roughing the passer on the defense, number 53. 15-yard penalty, first down.
That's Zach McLeod for Miami.
And McLeod does hit the quarterback, but I didn't think it was that late, and that flag was extremely late coming out. The official looked at it for quite some time. I do not believe that that's a penalty.
Behind Mitchell Trubisky. He'll let Brown do the work this time, and he slams on the brakes. Zach McLeod, who had the roughing the passer penalty that knocked Surratt out with the stop, 3rd and goal. That run's going nowhere. Hurricanes everywhere. R.J. McIntosh got in, the junior who knocked a couple of balls down last week against Syracuse, but
he open, you have room to convert, and he does just that.
Brown this time gets sunk about a yard behind the line by Chad Thomas. So 2nd down and long for North Carolina.
Here again.
Blitz coming. Elliott can't get away this time. Sacked by Joe Jackson. Redwine was in there as well.
And this is all about what Manny Diaz believes in. It's an unexperienced quarterback right here.
Ratliff Williams in motion. It's a screen, and it's not going anywhere. That's Trajan Bandy who blew it up. Back. From 42, it would be his long. And it's a fake. Fritz is dropped at the 20-yard line. Checked on, as Chris Budden told you just moments ago. Rozier will test the shoulder and throw it low to Berrios with a sliding grab. Chris Cotter. Rozier just 2 for 7 so far this afternoon. Low snap. Rozier had it behind Berrios, but he saved the day and has a Miami first down. It's a gain of 9.
Why it might be, and here we go.
More motion for North Carolina. Daz Newsome on the fly sweep. Brown in motion. Quick throw on the screen, and that's going nowhere. Roscoe Johnson with his first grab. It's a loss of 3, Chris.
A triple option offense.
Miami 1 for 6 on 3rd down. Rozier has a strike to the 44, and Jeff Thomas. The top side of the field is Langham. Rozier to throw. He's got the tight end. Herndon off the spin is gone. Touchdown Hurricanes. Christopher Herndon, a matchup nightmare for 51 yards.
Well, we talked about one of the area when your outside receivers are being bracketed is the tight end Herndon. And he's just going to get down the middle of the field, get over top of the coverage, and the ball arrives very well before the safety can get there.
To play this with under 2 minutes to go, and the ball at the 25. They will run. Miami trying to strike quickly. Rozier giving ground, floats it out to Homer. Wide open grass in front. He dodges Sales and gets to the 39. First down, Hurricanes.
And pressure, and he's going to be under pressure in this second half as well.
Travis Homer had not a whole lot doing on the run in the first half. They're going to throw, and the speed burner Thomas is absolutely gone. 78 yards for Miami out of halftime. He burned KJ Sales.
That was the matchup that John Papuchis was worried about. Out on the edges when they're doubling both Berrios and also Richards. And that time KJ Sales just ended up in the wake of the receiver. Thomas got vertical in a hurry, and more importantly, Rozier found him, dropped it right in his shirt pocket. That, my friends, didn't take long.
Miami gets thinned out even more in that secondary. That's a place they cannot afford to lose guys. And that's going nowhere for Elliott. It's a loss of a half yard. R.J. McIntosh with his 11th tackle of the game.
Turnover chain right here.
Carolina trying to keep it in its box over on the sideline. Uh-oh. Two-man sack, including Demetrius Jackson. It's a loss of 7 in punt time for North Carolina. Not exactly the A1 start they were hoping for.
The pressure is nothing new for Miami defensively, and there was a little bit of protection early. Nothing open down the field, and you tell me where he's going with this football. Late, there was a receiver coming off and going up the sideline, but
it's been predominantly option or throw, and here he decides not to pitch it, and that might have been the best choice as Jackson dragged him down, but it could have been worse.
But there was a little bit of pressure on Nathan Elliott there.
Do you think we see Chad Surratt next drive?
I wouldn't doubt it.
That one's blocked. Lent had it blocked by Miami and Jonathan Garvin. He may have a new piece of jewelry.
And I don't even think this was a design block. I think it's just a really good athlete in the freshman Garvin getting into that wedge, getting up in the air at 6'4", and volleyballing that one back to the ground. That was just really good effort individually.
So look, it's semantics. That's not necessarily a turnover officially, but the chain.
Where's the chain? Does the chain come out, you think?
I think it's questionable. For the Cowpokes, they didn't do it last week, but they snuck out.
If you were going to get to that.
They normally score points.
Texas. Texas is playing good defense, however.
Brown the run. Yeah. A non-existent run game for most of the day for the Hurricanes. Goes to the air again, and Richards in front of Stewart for a first down. Huh?
All in the spirit of Halloween.
A little gaudy.
Don't blame that on Halloween.
Brown on the run, and he is thrown back.
Those were kind of gaudy.
Those came off of snow tires, I think, somewhere in the north. Elliott, jump ball, and the chain's coming out. Michael Jackson picks it off. Here it comes. The coronation.
He's got to get his helmet off.
It's a very workmanlike reaction to the turnover chain. Carrying the thing out. It's very well protected. Like Rozier down the sideline. Berrios with a dive at midfield. A beautiful grab.
With that really good protection in the second half, we're seeing more of this. Berrios goes vertical and gets over the top of Miles Wohlforth. And you see right there the finish that isn't fully taking advantage of those takeaways.
To the outside it goes, and Rozier finally dumped out of bounds and made 16 minutes left in this game. North Carolina is a definite threat to upend Miami, but that's not going to help. Charles Perry goes to the jeweler. Last two plays for North Carolina have brought out the chain.
And Elliott was under duress, and Brandon Fitz didn't cross the defender's face, and instead it's a turnover by Perry. Good job finishing on the ball. Perry's going to be in tight coverage on the tight end, Brandon Fitz in the slot position. And there was pressure in Elliott's face. The ball ends up in front of.
Reverse again. Ratliff Williams threw a touchdown earlier, and he airmails Elliott, who got drilled as a receiver. Carter got the hit on him.
Nathan Elliott was open initially, and Ratliff Williams tried to actually throw this in there with a little zip on it. I think that's a late hit. I think the fans are exactly right here. There were two steps taken by the defender, Amari Carter. That easily could have been called late.
I agree.
Fans just not allowing the quarterback to get on track.
Big hit, shaken off, and a first down for a homer and the Hurricanes to the 30-yard line.
And Jason, that's one of the reasons why North Carolina had been successful, is making Miami kind of one-handed. The run game in any explosive way has been, it may have very well been tipped.
Interference stands. Rozier over the middle has a completion. DJ Dallas into the secondary and down at the 5. Holcomb tracked him down. 49 yards for a guy Mark Rick said they had to get involved this week. Richards is out. Langham is in at the bottom of the formation. Herndon, the tight end, in the slot left. Rozier to Berrios, touchdown.
By formation, you isolate Berrios on the redshirt freshman Miles Wohlforth, and that is a mismatch. The quickness in the. Well, Jason, North Carolina had things going. First of all, they thought they had an INT, but it's rather a pass interference, and DJ Dallas makes the explosive play, and Berrios is a finisher of drives, and he does on this one.
Opportunistic for West Virginia. Elliott on the roll, and that is intercepted by Redwine. Another pick for the Miami defense, and Sheldrick Redwine, who got karate kicked by Eric Dungy last week from Syracuse, gets a new chain for his collection.
And Nathan Elliott has taken on water, and he get outside, and then he just throws an errant ball. But turnover chain, beware. There it is.
The scene could only be better if they had UB40 playing on the sideline with the coronation. got a little message for us. I think he wants to be in the...
From a year ago, and then they were decimated by injuries on that side of the ball.
Elliott just absorbs the blow. Shaq Quarterman was there first and a loss of 5. Often duplicated, never completely replicated. The turnover chain visiting 3 different persons on the Hurricane sideline, 24-13. Still healthy early in the season. Played Cal very tough, played Louisville tough. Elliott sideline, Millette, and tipped away. There was some contact, but good coverage by Jackson, 3rd down.
Yeah, great coverage by Jackson. He got over the top of the receiver.
Brown lost the ball. It's loose. Who will come out with it? Oh, what a time for an appearance of the turnover chain.
Jordan Brown was trying to get some yards after contact, and he just did not tuck the ball away. They say the 3 points of contact, and he just didn't secure the ball right there, clearly on the ground, and then it was a scrum. I think Joe Jackson, defensive end, had the initial contact that knocked that ball away. The number 99 definitely sliding down from the right defensive end position and hammers Jordan Brown and pops that ball loose.
Then Johnson and Norton ran into each other trying to recover it. 4th turnover of the second half for Manny Diaz's defense. But Carolina does have 3 timeouts.